The most common functions in the embroidery side of the Bernina 880 are the sizing, moving, and rotating features that you can do to any design. So I'm going to just pull up a built-in design that we can actually see some of these changes too. Now I am going to pick one that is not symmetrical, so when we do actually do some rotating and you can see where things are going. So here we do find that we can do a variety of different ways of changing this. You can always touch and drag a design around, and you can also use the knobs. So we can actually move a design up or down or around the screen with more precise positioning when we use the stitch width or stitch length knobs. So touch the eye for information, and if you do want to go into sizing, you can see that we have moved the location to those X and Y numbers. And if you want to get it back to center, remember you can touch the box with the yellow outline and it will go back to the default setting of 0, 0. So you don't have to turn those knobs until they get back to 0, which I love. Love that fact. Then, as we went into the eye for information, and then we went into moving, we can just come back one step and we'll be able to come back to our other two functions we're going to talk about. Now there's lots in here, and we do a variety of videos where we are going into those and using those other functions. We have a question mark here, so if you're looking, you don't know what something is, touch it real quick and it will define. Like that's the shape creator. I know I have to play, I've played in that a little bit, and it's mind-blowing what they've built into the Bernina 880 these days. But like I said, our most common functions are the moving, the sizing. So let's talk sizing. So when you go into the sizing feature, if there is a white box around this little lock, when you touch and move, kind of turn the knobs, you will see that it will increase the size proportionally, so both in the up and sideways directions. But if I put those back to 100%, turn the lock off, you can now actually change it by width only. So I can make it wider or narrower. And then I can also use this one to change the height. So I can make it really tall or really short, just depending on what I might need it for, or fill in a certain area. Again, if that lock is on, then it will then take it proportionally up to that next level. So if you just want to touch those so they go back to normal, again, touch the yellow boxes around them and it will go back to where it started here. The eye back one step will take us to the rotation. So you can kind of see that this design is a little tilted to one direction. You have two options here. Your most commonly used is the 90 degree. So that means that it goes 90 degrees, 180, 270, and then back to 0 with just a touch of the button. Now, if you do want to have a little bit more finite change of rotation, 1 degree rotation along here will allow you to twist it right into position wherever it's going to look good for your project. Again, a quick touch, it'll take you back to normal. So those are the most commonly used functions. I'll throw in the little mirror image because they'll flip-flop here. You can get 4 different directions depending on which one is selected, and don't forget you can actually turn both on at the same time. So I hope you'll give these a try. Try tweaking one of your next designs. Make it a little bigger, make it a little smaller. And one thing I didn't talk about is that when you do size a design, the stitches do increase or decrease depending on which direction you're going. So you could have a design that started off with 10,000 stitches and now it's got 20,000 stitches, or vice versa. It could be less than what you started with. And that is beautiful. That's a feature you do not find in all embroidery machines. So I hope you won't take that for granted. It is a fabulous feature that's all built in to your machine.